Yeah, mouthed on him then, too. After he beat me, right after he was announced the winner by the referee, he was going to be the world's greatest. He was the heavyweight champion of the world already at 12 years old, 88 pounds.
He did some funny things that I can remember. I know when he fought a boy who was the Golden Glove heavyweight champion up in Chicago. We went up there for first show, and of course we weighed in. And of course, this other boy who was champion weighed first, and he was next. And he got on the scale. He turned around to me. He said, "Mr. Martin, you were hurry to get away in a place tonight?" I didn't weigh something. I said, "Well, no, not really. Why?" Well, he said, "I thought if he was, I could get rid of this guy in one round, and then you could get away earlier." You know, and the guy's mouth flew open either. You know, listen to this guy.
Young Clay is a hard worker with a gift for boxing. Soon he is in the Golden Gloves, fighting for Louisville, and later for a Chicago team.
Chicago Golden Gloves. Heavyweights Jimmy Jones and Cassius Clay square away. Clay puts on a display of dazzling footwork. In this Tournament of Champions, Louisville's Clay, 18 years old, small as heavyweights go, outboxes Jones of Gary and piles up the winning points.
At Madison Square Garden, the 33rd Intercity Golden Gloves, with top amateurs of New York and Chicago mixing it up. Cassius Clay of Chicago challenges Gary Joyce, Eastern heavyweight champ, and Joyce is in trouble from the first round on. It's a TKO decision for Cassius Clay, and more points for the Windy City team, which wins 12 bouts out of the card of 16, sponsored by the News Welfare Association for tournament honors.
A lot of people thought he couldn't punch. He could punch. He was a big man, and he was very strong, and there's no reason why he couldn't punch. But you can't punch hard and be moving all the time. And he was moving all the time. And occasionally, if he saw he had you wore down, then he'd settle down on his feet where he could punch, and he could punch just like any other heavyweight. He could hurt you. He was a big man.
In the 178-pound class, another Louisville boy, Cassius Clay, in the dark trunks, is pitted against the All-Army champion, Alice Hudson. Hudson is the Pan American title holder, while Clay is the reigning Eastern Regional champion. As this next to the last fight of the evening gets underway, the fans, who have yet to see any of the bouts stopped by a KO, are clamoring for some explosive action. It looks as if they'll get their wish. Two rights by Hudson set up Clay for a hammering left that belts him to the canvas. The Jason is up almost immediately, and after a check by the ref, he's back in action. Now it's time to turn the tables. After a brief flurry by Hudson, it's Clay's chance to go to work. He waves into Hudson and sends him reeling into the corner. Hudson is really groggy and just about out on his feet.
Chicago Stadium was sold out that night. We had about 19,000 people that night, 18 or 19,000 people, and this was the finals for the United States Golden Glove Championship. Jimmy Jones is a tall fellow, about an inch and a half taller than me, and he had a lot of straight, fast left jabs. He was about 22 years old. I was 17 years old, and my speed beat him. I did a lot of footwork, a lot of dancing, a lot of moving in and out. He finally got tired, and in the third round, I beat him, but the first two were close. I won, but the third round, I really beat him, and that won me the fight. In the Olympic trials, I fought Alan Hudson. That was the biggest fight I had here in the United States. That was for the United States Olympic Championship, and the runners later went on to Rome. And naturally, I was the winner. I went on to Rome and won the World Amateur Championship. But this fight, particular fight with Alan Hudson, was for the United States Light Heavyweight Golden Glove Championship, and I knocked him out in the third round. He was a bad, fast left hooker. He was knocking out everybody with left hooks.
Wow, I see what you mean.
He was about 23 years old. I was 18. but my left jabs was too fast for him. My in and out footwork was too fast for him, and he just couldn't master my speed.
Hudson looks as though he's out on his feet.
Clay's arm is raised to victory, but Hudson's down again this time just because his legs won't hold him up. That doesn't bother Allen. He'd still like the fight to go on.
When he began to advance in the Golden Gloves, in the back of his mind, the Olympics, he began to hear about the Olympics. And he was always fascinated, travel, this is what he would grow up to be.
He always told me that someday he's going to the Olympic and bring the gold medal back.
It is 1960, Rome, Italy. 18-year-old Cassius Clay is the light heavyweight boxer representing the U.S. in the Olympic Games. Clay wins 3 straight fights to gain the finals against Zbigniew Piotrowski of Poland, a 3-time European champion. Olympic fights are only 3 rounds, and Clay falls behind, confused by his opponent's southpaw style. Gradually, he finds his rhythm and uses his superior quickness to dominate the final round. The decision is unanimous. Clay is 18 years old and the proud owner of a gold medal.
Well, that here's a guy who ate, slept, drank, talked, dreamed the medal, gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. That's what the whole thing was all about. Slept in Rome with the gold medal on. Sat on the stairs, or in the Olympic Village as well with the medal on. Here they come, here come the Danes, here come the, I'm Cassius Clay, I got the, they didn't know what the hell he was saying. They knew it was a medal, they didn't know what the hell he was saying. Different language, but the medal, the medal, the medal.